All right, everybody, here we go. You know what that sound is. The beginning of the parade this year. As the color guard approaches, we would ask that everyone please stand. We would also ask all the gentlemen to remove their caps. And as our tradition here in Jamestown, we start off today, open our parade leading with the color guard, honor guard, and our veterans bus from the VFW and the AM Vets in Jamestown, post 5424. Together they're performing military funerals. They do about 25 to 30 funerals a year. They're open to any vet in good standing, and if you're interested in joining the group, please stop at the post. It's all right, you can give them a hand. I know the Jamestown community is proudly represented by our veterans, and we're proud of them. Following the veterans bus today is a cannon that was built by Dan Yeager from Berg Hill, Ohio. He built it for Warren All. Warren is a World War II veteran from transfer. And they built this cannon so that Warren could go out and display it. And they've been putting it in parades for almost, well, 20 years, since 1997. It's good to see them. Following that today is a 1968 125 Honda that was owned by Roger McElhenney. Many of you know the story that Roger was killed in action July 16, 1969. Before that, he had driven this bike all the way to Florida and back. And today, it's been passed down to his great nephew, Dylan Babcock, who's riding on there today. The Jamestown Girl Scouts currently has over 30 girls. The 4 troops participate in community service projects, earn badges, go on trips, and then learn important leadership skills. They're always looking for new members. It's Unit 3655, followed by the Boy Scouts of America Troop 50 from Jamestown, a program that helps build character and responsibilities of citizenship and personal fitness. Troop 50 helps in many of the Jamestown community events, cleaning the roadsides, working at our raffles, helping out at the Gibson House, recycling program. So come and see them at their BB shoot up at the fairgrounds. Cub Scout Pack 53. They're ready to race for the blue ribbon in their Pinewood Derby. I hope that the family with boys in kindergarten through 5th grade will stop out at the Presbyterian Church Wednesday, September 13th at 6:30 to recruit new scouts. Come and join some of the fun. Next up is a 73 Speedex tractor driven by Jerry Nacy of Jamestown, and a 1982 Montgomery Ward tractor, which is all American made. Next up, our friends of the Mark Twain Manor. The beautiful historical house is part of Jamestown since 1855. Lots to see and do for all ages. From the ghost tours in October to the Christmas tree tours in December, Easter egg hunt in the spring. Check out the Manor on Facebook, Friends of the Manor. Following that today is the Mayor of Jamestown, Esther McClymans, in a 1964 1/2 Mustang. That's a special car. Hi, Esther. Good to see you. Beautiful day. Our parade marshal today, our parade ambassador. The marshal is Clyde and Lois Davenport from Jamestown, PA. And your fair officials, the President, Dan Dickey, Vice President, Ann Pearson, Secretary, Charlene Kunkel, Treasurer, Jean Keene, Assistant Secretary, Corinne Livingston-Morian, Assistant Secretary, Nadine Hauk, Assistant Treasurer, Connie Durst, Liaison, Dave Velocit. Charlene, hey, give them a hand. Without them, we don't have a fair. Next up, the Jamestown Fair Queen and her court, with our queen, Ivy Blanchard, and her court, Haviland Stanley, Tristan Tibby, Casey Anna Harmon, Logan Shannon, and Annalie Webster. And those names get harder every year. Flower Girl, Isabel Bailey, and Crown Bearer, Levi Wolford. There's your Jamestown Fair court. Following the Jamestown Fair Queen in her court is the then and now Queen, Danielle McElhinney. Now Danielle Hill. And following the then and now Queen is the Jamestown Muskies Marching Band, made up of students from grades 8 to 12 under the direction of Mr. James Dutko. They performed in 2017 at Hershey Park, 2015 selected to perform at the Shenandoah Apple Blossom Festival in Winchester, Virginia, and took second place. This year they'll be performing at the Meadville Halloween Parade, the Hermitage Light Up Parade, and the Pittsburgh Holiday Parade. Let's put your hands together for the Marching Muskie Band. Yeah, give them a hand. They sound great today. I was just talking to one of my ex-bandmates today. We played in the Marching Muskie Band. We had a great time back then. They're still having a good time now. Next up, Stray Haven Animal Shelter. The Jamestown Area School District teachers passing out some candy. Give your Teachers Association a hand. Next up, the pride of Jamestown, our volunteer fire department. Station 89, Engine 89. A 2006 Spartan engine. A 1997 Freightliner, Engine 2. The Rescue Freightliner 1995 model, an International Road Rescue Water Unit, 1990. And the brushed truck, along with the Jamestown Volunteer Fire Department ambulance, in service since 2014. Don't forget to stop by at the fair and support your fire department. Don't forget when they're selling raffle tickets, because I guarantee when you make a phone call, they're the ones that are going to come. Remember your Jamestown volunteers, when they send out a card and ask for a donation, when they have a raffle and ask you to buy a ticket. They don't get any money if it doesn't come from us. They got them looking good today. I think that brush truck's a winner. Here's the one you never want to ride in, but you'll be glad if they come. All right. Next up, a 1975 Eldorado Convertible, the last of the convertible soft tops. Owned by Federico Ballesteros of Greenville, driven today by his daughter Sandra Kelly, with her son Gavin and Dee Ballesteros. Following the Eldorado today is the Stray Haven Animal Shelter in Greenville. It's your local nonprofit no-kill animal shelter, offering discounted adoption fees for senior animals and any extended stay animals. So you get a discount if you take an animal that's an older dog or one that's been around too long. Fees include spay and neuter, heartworm tests, and other treatments. Stray Haven is run by a board of directors who organize, manage, and direct all the aspects of the shelter. And again, your donations is what keeps them going. Get a chance to buy a ticket for a Stray Haven event, please do. Better yet, go down and adopt an animal today. The Spinet Twirling Club of Conneaut Lake, under the direction of Betty Murray for 49 years now. Betty Murray and her assistant instructor Jessica Smith were both Slippery Rock University featured illusionist twirlers. The club is for children that want to carry on the tradition of twirling and community pride. From ages 4 to 20, anyone who wants to learn how to spin for free and participates with the group can sew up and be a member. Next up, our Wahlberg Family Pharmacies right here in Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Your local family pharmacy offering free delivery to your home or office, free children's vitamins, free care-fill medication packaging to sort your medication, and free care sync medication synchronization service for all your monthly prescriptions. Now that's a lot of free stuff. It's easy to keep your dollars local here in Jamestown, and you'll be surprised with the area's lowest prescription prices. Stop by any of their locations in Greenville, Linesville, Andover, Transfer, and Mercer. The Wahlberg Family Pharmacies are proud to be in your neighborhood. Following the Wahlberg Family Pharmacies today is a 1959 Ferguson TO35, owned by Chad Ferguson in Jamestown. This tractor was last year's first place winner was owned and is operated by Chad Ferguson of Westford. It's been in his family for 5 generations and was bought brand new by his grandfather. Wow, last year's first place winner. I'm going to have to get that John Deere out and bring it down here so we can give him a run for his money. Next up, the Jamestown High School class of 2018 senior float. The class of 2018 is excited to begin trading in their country scenes for blue ribbon dreams. From their start in Jamestown, they've entered each fair with hopes of first place finishes for all their hard work. This year brings new blue ribbon dreams as they prepare to enter new chapters of their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, your Jamestown High School class of 2018. I think they're having some fun. Next up, Miss Hollywood Star 2017, Katarina Cameron. Katarina is 8 years old and a 3rd grader at Conneaut Valley Elementary School. She won this title 1 month ago in Ohio. She enjoys ballet and tap dancing as well as bowling. Thanks, Katarina, for coming to the parade. Following Katarina today is the Conneaut Area Eagles Marching Band, under the direction of Glenn Cameron. This year's parade music features selections from Home, No Place I'd Rather Be, Cool Kids, Open Arms, and Home We Are Family. Put your hands together for the Conneaut Area Eagle Marching Band. Wow, they came ready today.
To get a little room ahead of us here.
Wow, give them a hand. They came to play today. Following the Conneaut Area Eagle Marching Band today is Frank and Mary Jane Fenton's 1937 Ford Wrecker. This wrecker was owned and restored by Frank and Mary Jane. Back in the day, it was owned by State Camper Motors in Greenville. It came to Jamestown at the gas station owned by Kenny Collins and Jack Lawton. And then it spent several years at Bonner's Esso right here in town. Boy, it looks good. That is a beautiful truck. Following that, their 1953 Ford F-100. Up next, Model 8 Ford Roadster, Doug and Dorothea Hall from Conneautville, PA. They've won several awards and parades with this car. They just have a lot of fun driving around and meeting people. Their daughter and grandchildren have a blast riding in the rumble seat. Well, I hope that's not their daughter riding in the rumble seat there today. You should feed her better. All right. Next up, a 2015 Polaris Slingshot Custom Trike owned by Carl Yersick of Jamestown. She's got a Semper Fi sticker there on the front. And now following Anderson School Bus, Greenville, servicing now Greenville School District, Jamestown Schools, Reynolds School District, and the Conneaut Area School District. Jamestown, new this year with Greenville. And Anderson Coach and Travel is celebrating their 80th year, providing uncompromising personal attention, friendliness, and quality service, resulting in a superior travel experience. They're also extremely proud to transport the local students of Jamestown, Greenville, Reynolds, and Conneaut area districts. Anderson is always looking for quality drivers to join the team. They provide paid training to those who want to make an impact on the children of the community. If you're looking for a driving job, visit goanderson.com. And don't forget to come down and get on board and take one of their great tours. Hey, just want to know that all the lights and the horn works.
I ran out already.
Next up, following Anderson's today, is the Mercer County Dairy Princess, Jocelyn Snyder. She's the 2017-2018 Mercer County Dairy Princess. She's the daughter of Paula and the late Todd Snyder of Greenville. Their fifth-generation dairy farm is where they live. They have 80 head of cattle. She's a junior at Greenville, or a senior at Greenville High School, and very active in 4-H, where she serves as the president. Jocelyn would like to thank Ronnie Boyd for the use of the car. She would like to remind everyone to get their 3 every day in dairy. Thanks for coming out today. Next up, a 1953 Farmall H, driven today by Jonas Rhea of Jamestown. I think Jonas did the work on that tractor too. Next up, a 1953 Farmall Super N, WTP Wholesale Tractor Parts. Following that is a 1955 John Deere 70 diesel with Blake Horn from Greenville and Horn Farms. And a 1951, and a 1955 John Deere 70 diesel from Cants Farms in Conneaut Lake, and a 1951 Farmall M driven by Jacob Andrew of Espiville. That one needs a little paint. As long as they run good, the paint doesn't matter. Next up, our junior class float. a nice looking float. The class of 2019, your junior class. And following the junior class float is Miss Shakelyville, Snyder Stringer. And junior Miss Shakelyville, first runner-up, Marley Meyer. Marley looks like she's having fun today. And next is the Vibe Dance Academy from Greenville. They're accepting registration. Hive for the Vibe Velocity Competition Dance Team. Call them at 588-6800 if you'd like to get involved with the Vibe Dance Academy. I think they're having a ball. Give them a hand. And following the Vibe Dance Academy today is a 1926 Model T, owned by Mark Myers from Pittsburgh. His dad and him rebuilt everything but the body from junk. The body is just the way they found it. Everything else they found in a junk pile, junk pieces, junk parts. Put this car all back together and brought it here. That's as original as it's gonna get. Probably looks just like it did in 1926. I think Mark's going to have to bring more candy next year. Following the 1926 Model T today is the Fredonia Volunteer Fire Department. Tanker number 97. And right behind Fredonia Volunteer Fire Department today is the Reynolds Raiders High School Marching Band. The Reynolds Raiders High School Marching Band theme this year is You Can Have My Number. Today we bring you one of those numbers, Land of 1,000 Dances. And along with our namesake song, the Raiders March and the Fight Song. Put your hands together for the Reynolds Raiders High School Marching Band. Yeah, give them a hand. They look like they came to win today. Yeah, give them a hand. They did a great job here today. Next up, Chapula Farms from Jamestown, PA. Growing high-quality produce now for more than 25 years. If you're looking for happy vegetables, go to Chapula Farms. Following Chapula's today is a 1926 Ford Model T, owned by Dr. Michael Drenovich from Warren, Ohio. I believe Mike's driving today. Good to see him out. Bring his 26 Ford Model T out to share it with everybody today. Next up, a 1977 Pontiac Trans Am, also owned by Dr. Drenovich from Warren, Ohio. That's a Smokey and a Bandit car. I understand that was his father-in-law's. He wasn't allowed to drive until after he married his daughter. Following that today is Rhonda Klink from Jamestown, PA. Rhonda is running for South Shenango Township Tax Collector. She's been a resident of South Shenango for more than 40 years. She's seeking to serve and represent her township. She's actively supported many community events, organizations, and school events, and would like to thank everyone for their support. She's looking forward to the November election. Hi, Rhonda. That's a reminder, everybody, get out and vote. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Tell Rhonda hi. Next up, the Jamestown Lions celebrating their 100th anniversary. And Lions International, our motto is we serve in communities and around the world. On the float today is our District Governor Janet Mitchell and her partner in service, past District Governor Robert Mitchell from Summit Lions Club. Everything from the Pancake Day to the boat raffle, your Jamestown Lions are here to serve, raising $56,000 last year, and $45,000 of that went right back into our community. Visit our new recycling program on the third Saturday of each month at the Community Center. Support the charter for the Little League, help the boys and girls in scouting, we ring the bells for the Salvation Army, support your community food pantry, and many other programs right here in Jamestown. And don't forget, chicken and biscuits at the Community Center, Lions French fries, and the Lions Spending Spree tickets at the fair today. Next up, 1941 John Deere, that's the BR, that's a 36 BR, owned by Jim Butterbaugh in Williamsfield. And a 1941 H, also owned by Butch Butterbaugh of Williamsfield. Next up is a sophomore class float. Under the rising sun, the sophomore class is having fun. Country scenes filled your heads with their blue ribbon dreams. Their gleaming smiles, they rode for miles. Fields, streams, and now the Pymatuming Lake. Jamestown as it always was. Following the sophomore class is the Democratic Committee of Crawford County, celebrating the statewide judicial candidates, reminding everyone to get out and vote on November 7th. Next up is a 1964 T-Bird, driven and owned by Beth and Letha from the B&A Cafe in Jamestown. They're always looking for some good eats at the B&A. Stop down and have dinner, have breakfast, have lunch. Following Beth today is St. Paul's Caring Community of Greenville. St. Paul's Caring Community is celebrating their 150th anniversary, and they're wearing all their commemorative colors, gold, white, and blue. They were 150 years of enriching lives. Next up is your Westford Flower Club, now celebrating 85 years of flower friendship with country scenes and blue ribbon dreams. Boy, Esther, you made that round quick. She starts a parade and she gets back in for the Westford Flower Club. Looks like they're having fun. Next up, Community Chevrolet of Meadville with the Chevy Truck Tuscany and the Chevy Truck Realtree. Stop in at Community Chevrolet and see Tina Fell, Scott McKay, Tom Benedict, Tim Wenzel, Walt Litwin, Jeff Walker, or Mike Tangelica. And following Community Chevrolet today is the freshman class float, the class of 2021. I can't even believe I'm saying 2021. The country scenes are brought to life by the bales of hay, the little tractor, the vegetables, the corn husk, and the chickens. The Brewer Dreams, you can see a big blue ribbon, the graduating class name on the back of Jamestown school colors. Well, those are real live chickens. Chicken and biscuits later at the community center. I know, I shouldn't say that. Next up, GMC 1993 GMC truck owned by Bill Kidwell of Jamestown, followed by the West Salem Volunteer Fire Department, Engine 73, Engine 73-2, Rescue 73, and Tanker 73. It's your West Salem Volunteer Fire Department. Give them a hand if they ever have to back up. They come to Jamestown to help. All right, just a reminder, we want to keep everybody back at the edge of the streets. We don't want the kids running out. Following the West Salem Volunteer Fire Department today is Little Miss Country Beauty Pageant winner. First grade Miss Pumpkin Patch, Emily Ranella. Second grade Miss Sugar and Spice, Sydney Hyder. Third grade Miss My Fair Daisy is Adela Peel. Fourth grade Miss Country Cowgirl, Natalie Miles. Fifth grade Farmer Jane is Fallon Lentz. Sixth grade Quilted Memory, Savannah Slinkluff. And Miss Country Beauty is Olivia Layamond. I think I got all those in there. Having fun, girls? Looks like they're having fun. You can't do it. You can't get it here. Throw it.
Just for you.
Yeehaw! Following Little Miss Country Beauty Pageant today is Pymatuming Reynolds, an info center. Open for business in 2016. Today they're giving away candy, toys, and free tube rentals. They sponsor many events for the Friends of Pymatuming. The company is dedicated to future generations, making memories of our Upper Shenango Water Trail. They'd like to thank the entire community for their combined support and business. If you haven't floated the river yet, go down and see Pymatuming Reynolds and get yourself a float. Following that is the Mercer County Abate Motorcycles. Abate, Alliance of Bikers Aid Towards Education. Recognized by the Raising Money for Children of Mercer County, they're a not-for-profit who educate the community on motorcycle rights in PA. They raise safety awareness for everyone on the roads, and they raise money for Children's Aid Society, Prince of Peace, and Shop with a Cop. Give them a hand. They're out there doing some great things in our community. The Mercer County Abate. Following them today, well, it's a nice roadster, but I don't have any name for it. Next up, Herb Shellhammer for Jamestown Mayor. Get out and vote on November 7th. Following Herb Shellhammer for Mayor today is the 215 Restaurant. Located at 215 Liberty Street in Jamestown, featuring brunch, lunch, and dinners. We love our local suppliers like Livingston's Meats, O'Neill Coffee, Lobster Cheese, Marburger Dairy, and Little Screams Ice Cream, because their country scenes bring out our blue ribbon dreams. Don't forget to find 215 Restaurant at their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Next up, following 215 Restaurant today is the Zombiegeddon, I gotta get that right, Paintball Hayride. The Zombiegeddon Paintball Hayride in Fredonia, PA, starting September 29th, every Friday and Saturday until Halloween. Go to zombiefightnight.com for details and tickets. Family fun for all ages. Ride a tractor on the wagon. Shoot live zombies with paintballs. Now I'm telling you, that can't be any more fun than that. So starting September 29th in Fredonia on Bower Road, go to zombiefightnight.com for details and tickets. I think we might go do that, shoot some zombies. Next up, Tom Patton with Jamestown on his Railway Express, with his Railway Express wagon being towed by his John Deere. Tom did the restoration on that wagon, got her looking good. That is a real railway freight wagon. No one has a clue what that is. I do. Following Tom today is the Mercer County Republicans. State Senator Michelle Brooks, State Representative Clark Wentling, and candidate for Mercer County Treasurer Amber White. Everybody knows Michelle is our local state senator from right here in Jamestown. Just one.
Hey, Chuck.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. See ya. And the Lone Flag 911. And yes, we will never forget. Following that is the Crawford County Republicans, Lakeview High School, the Teen Republicans. They're presenting all the candidates from the Lakeview High School Teen Republicans. I'm reminding you to get out and vote on November 7th. Next up from Livingston Family Farms is a 1952 Ford 8N, restored and driven by Andrew Livingston. It's been in his family since 1952. And following the Livingston Family Farm is Joe Groner on his 1958 John Deere 430. Actually mow grass with that tractor every week. And following the 1958 John Deere 430 is TVS Creations. An Olympia Crumb Pack from Jamestown. Free hugs. Nice tennis shoes. Following Olympia TVS Creations today is a 1972 GTO. Owned and driven by Robert and Patricia Reese. Took them 4 years to do a frame-up restoration on this GTO, and they've got it looking nice for us here today. And following the GTO is Country Kids Lawn Ornaments and Veggies. Country Kids Veggies was started 12 years ago by the Burns family. They now grow and sell seasonal vegetables. And they also have a lawn ornament business, and they'd like you to come out and see them at Country Kids Veggies and Lawn Ornaments. Well, they sure put together a nice float for the parade today. I want that scarecrow lawn ornament. Looks just like from The Wizard of Oz. Next up, PCS Bulk Transport. Paul and Christy Salisbury own the transport business, which is a home delivery service for mulch, stone, and slag. Any other home improvements that they can deliver, driveway, tailgating, and all types of materials. They'll also work for commercial service businesses with their tractor trailer and dump semi. Following them is the Three Berry Lane Farm Youth Float. They're having fun at Three Berry Lane Farm. Next up, Gary Williams, Carter, and Mayakala in their 2000 Plymouth Roadster. And a cart. I've never seen a matching pull cart. I guess that's the trunk. Next up, a 1946 Farmall BN, owned by Jacob Nicholas of Evans City, Pennsylvania. Come a long way to bring that tractor here today. Next is the Harvest Baptist Church Float. Country Scenes Blue Ribbon Dreams. Come take a trip to the country church out by the cornfield, where our goal is to give God first place in our lives. Come experience a church that is like how you remember church used to be. Located at 516 East Jamestown Road between Jamestown and Greenville. And I'm sure all are welcome at the Harvest Baptist Church. Next up, we have American Garage Door. Make the right call for your garage door service, windows, and entry door needs. American Garage Door. They're from Clark's Mills, PA. And following American Garage Door today is a 1992 Chevy 2500, driven and owned by Michael Davenport of Greenville, PA.
I got you, buddy.
Following the Chevy is a 1987 GMC, driven by Kurt Klink of Transfer, Pennsylvania. And following the 87 GMC is the Northwest Democrat Alliance. Ken Amon. The Northwest Democrat Alliance meets the second Monday of every month at the Greenville VFW at 7 p.m. The Northwest Democrat Alliance supports good Democrat candidates and keeps members informed of issues involving our citizens. So if you want to know what's going on with the Democrats in the Northwest area, get to the VFW in Greenville the second Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Following them is a 1958 Ford Fairlane convertible. Ken Stafford from Kinsmen, Ohio. Nice looking Fairlane. And then a 1962 Wheel Horse with Joshua Schwartz. This was restored in the winter. It was found in a barn. It also has a mower deck. It is currently being restored, and Joss will probably bring it back next year with the mower deck on it. And now, Fallowfield Volunteer Fire Department, tanker 45.5, engine 45.1, brush 45.4. The Fallowfield truck serves Atlantic, Adamsville, and Hartstown, as well as Fallowfield Townships. Again, you get a chance to support them. They do a boot drive every year in Hartstown and other places. Throw some money their way, because if you make the call, they're going to come. They have a fireman's club in Hartstown. I imagine they are accepting membership, anybody, but the best way is to support them when you get a chance. And 114 is the Kinsmen Fire Department. We welcome them with their rescue truck 33 today. Well, they've got that Freightliner looking good. Following Kinsmen Township Fire Department today is Colossal Construction. Remodeling kitchens, baths, recreation rooms, adding additions to your house, working on the basement, doing siding and roofing. All types of your construction needs from Colossal Construction. Following Colossal Construction today is the Hempfield Fire Department Tanker 94. And following Hempfield Township today is Burrell's Towing with their 50-ton heavy wrecker and their flatbed. Been around since 1913, believe it or not. They have towing equipment for all your towing needs. Burrell's Towing out of Kinsmen. Following Burrell's today is a 1953 Farmall Super M, owned by Nick Saramuga of Jamestown. A 1954 Farmall Super MTA, owned by John Demler of Jamestown, and that John's family bought this tractor new from Marcy's Equipment in Pierpont, Ohio in 1954, and they've owned it ever since. And following the 54 Farmall is a 1952 Farmall M owned by Karen Flaw. And Karen is your parade director. Give her a hand. She puts this crew together. Without Karen and her team, we wouldn't have a parade today. So give her a hand. Thanks, Karen. Laura. Good. There you go. Next up is the study club with an 1897 carriage. The Jamestown Study Club displaying some of the dresses of various years, celebrating their 120th anniversary. They were founded in 1897. They present monthly lessons, believing the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong process. Prized possession is their gavel made of Philadelphia Philippine cocoa wood, handcrafted from the mast of the U.S. flagship Olympia, presented to them by Colonel J.L. Hunter. Now there's a new Jamestown story I'd never heard before. Been around since 1897, the Jamestown Study Club. The 1929 Model A, and what a dress would have looked like in 1929. I think they were stylish back then. '31 Ford, and how they might have looked dressed in 1931. And finally, 2017 and how things look today. Hi, ladies. Hi, Bertha. I actually know some of those ladies. All right, and here we go with the horses. Up first, number 200. Here come the horses. The parade horses would like to thank Snyder's Horse Supply of Chagrin Falls and veterinarian Holly Shine for their donations to the parade and the Best in Show awards. 200, Betty, a 10-year-old registered Belgian. 201, Augustus. She's had him since he was a baby. Trained him to ride and drive. Augustus is looking good today. 204, Aricia Reese with Haza Done Talking. I guess that's he's a done talking, but I'm not done talking. I've got number 208, Painted Lady, a wonderful little angel and devil, all in one. We're learning together through the shows and the fairs, so Angel Painted Lady and Devil Painted Lady is learning how to work it out at the fairs. Well, she's working pretty good today. She looks great. Number 211, Mr. Ed, an 8-year-old gelding from Wannabe Farms in Sandy Lake. Mr. Ed goes to parades and fairs and comes to the miniature barn to visit him. And Mr. Ed's having a great time today. He's all hitched up there, got his pomp and circumstance on. Number 213, Golly Miss Molly, has been the best Molly everywhere. Never a dull moment with Golly Miss Molly. She's good with children and very friendly. Ah, Miss Molly, you looking good. I like the daisies. Now, I think Miss Molly looks a little bit like a mule. She is a mule. Is that a miniature mule? I've never seen a miniature mule. That is great. Now I'm going to change my mind. I want a miniature donkey, a miniature horse, and a miniature mule. Next up, 214, Harley, a 10-year-old registered minister horse. Participating today in the fair, Harley is wearing the All-American flag made out of ribbons won from many fairs. His owner is Mary. His owner, Mary, and him are very patriotic. Well, Harley, you do look patriotic today, and that's an awful lot of ribbons you got there. We'll see you at the fair, up at the barn. Next up, 215, Dancer. 7-year-old registered miniature horse. She's installed at the horse barn. Dancer is a fancy Hawaiian dancer today. Wow, that is a fancy looking Hawaiian dance outfit. Oh, and what's that to go with it? That looks like some Hawaiian fruit. Next up, Hannah Kunkel, 13 years old, from Greenville High School. Hannah's miniature horse is My Boya Chocolates. Yeah, you can go around those Hawaiian fruits. You don't have to walk through them. Next up, number 217, Destiny Elder with Little Joe. Little Joe's going to avoid that pile. And finally, as always, the Garden Tractor and Pearson, last entry, closing out the 2017 parade is our vice president. For the last 15 years, she's been in charge of the parade horses. Let's give Ann a hand. Without her help, we wouldn't have all the great things. We want to thank Holly Shine and the Snyder's Horse Supply for their donation and all the horse awards. Everybody be careful. We'll see you at the fairgrounds. Don't forget to get your Lions French fries, your Lions chicken and biscuits, and your Lions spending spree tickets. See you next year for the 2018 parade.